Have you ever danced with the devil? Took a glance at a rebel, had a chance to advance. You are not on my level. You are not my equal. I can pose another sequel. Those that do oppose, I was exposed and leave you see through with the spies in my eye. Recognize me as a legend. Refuse to cry or die, so I may never get to heaven. I've been yelling and rebelling since the days I was a youngin'. Been a long time coming. I'll be damned if I'm running. Original individual, so I'm living like a criminal. Give it to you fools direct, no need to be subliminal. Say a nigga name quick, but never to be famous. Put this thing up to your brain, and I'll leave you brainless. Got you sucking, ducking knuckles, watch you buckle as I chuckle. I can see right through your heart. You don't wanna start no trouble. Thought I couldn't get it crunk, well hell I beg to differ. I'm far from a punk and ain't your ordinary nigga. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your veins. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I can see me leading the legion, screaming in the evening. I had the kids pleading, why is daddy not breathing? See, daddy was a heathen, daddy was deceiving. Told him last season, all I'm needing is a reason. I have no sympathy, consider me a lethal weapon. Remain a mystery consistently, I keep them guessing. With the world on my shoulder, my heart turns colder. Life ain't what you think, before you blink it could be over. Ready for revolution, retribution's a solution. There is no forgiveness as you witness evolution. The world revolves as I evolve, take a stroll through my soul. I don't plan to ever pause or take it easy on my foes. Break them off with a pencil in a simple instrumental. Situation detrimental if you disrespect my mental. This is how I really live, I hope I never have to kill. I represent self-defense, if I have to then I will. Niggas, I'm back, the game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back, the game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your veins. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I don't wanna beef with anybody, but I'm far from afraid. I'm a grown ass man, ain't no games being played. Better shut the friggin' mouth before I kick up in your house. Forensics at your residence, no evidence to figure out. Wasn't seen, had to see, no if or answer in between. This is what I do to you or anyone who intervenes. I refuse to be a prey, not tomorrow, not today. I'ma be a predator. Hell, there is no other way. Bust your brain if I must. Leave you laying in the dust. Only God understands. That's the only man I trust. The rest of y'all die slow, die with your eyes closed. Talk behind my back, but you can't look me in my eyes though. That's what you call a coward. You can find me down in Broward. Tell me where you want it at, I'll be there in a half an hour. Diamond chains, take them off. Haters, I'ma shake them off. I only deal with the real. All of the rest, I break them off. Niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your face. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss.
Acknowledge me.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind or fly through my eye, and in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, heart cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary, yes, I'm very necessary. Fans to see my adversary buried in the
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, the podcast, where no topic is off limits.
Straight Talk Sessions live. You can acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk. Monday. It's time to man up with your hosts, Trevor, Michael, and William.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind or fly through my eye, and in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind or fly through my eye, and in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, heart cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Not the man I wanna be, but I'll be damned I'm gonna be. I'm in the hand, I'm gonna see the obstacles in front of me.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and welcome back to another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. So I tried to come on a little earlier. Y'all know how I always do it, so I can get a couple of things out of the way before my co-hosts get on and we get going. Peace, Tequila. Let me know if you can hear me out there. Yeah, so my co-host will be on in a little bit. So before we get started, I just want to go over a couple of things. Peace, Ricardo. Tonight. It was supposed to be last night, but I guess it got pushed to tonight. It's supposed to be the SVDL Season 5 Championship at 8 o'clock. So I do want to hurry up and get this show out of the way. We're not going to rush it, but I do want to be done by 8. So I can catch the debate, so I can get over there and help judge. So that is tonight over on SVDL. Also, if you guys didn't check out the show Friday night, Nene and myself did a impromptu pop-up show, just basically to give the new direction of the show, where we were going with the show. Announcing that I am no longer doing the podcast anymore. I'm just strictly doing the Straight Talk Sessions, the YouTube version. So if you caught the beginning of the show, you saw me flashing the cards for the upcoming shows. So I will be doing that going forward. Instead of doing it periodically throughout the current show, I'm going to, so I guys see you guys coming in the building. Make sure and hit that like button first of all. So while I got your eyeballs, let me give you a rundown of what is going on the channel. Y'all make sure and hit that like button. So tomorrow night, tomorrow night we have the Straight Talk Sessions present the 12 Tribes Chart. Is it real or just another hoax? So I'm going to have the Israelite brothers come on, going to have some Christian brothers come on, and they're basically going to debate the 12 Tribes Chart. So whether if you know about the 12 Tribes Chart and you're pro chart, you against the chart, come on over. Let's get the thing going. I want you guys to come on over and join the discussion. Let's talk about this 12 Tribes Chart. It is one of the most debated things online and within the Israelite community. So we had a beautiful bill last Tuesday during Jansen's presentation. St. Louis came over and they started chopping it up about the 12 Tribes Chart. So we decided, let's go ahead and do a show about the 12 Tribes Chart. So that's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So all my Israelite brothers, make sure and come over. Let's defend this chart, man. Tell us why we should. Tell me why us as Black people should believe in this. I don't necessarily believe in the chart, but I'm more than open and receptive to hear what you got to say as to why we should be following it. Then this Friday, we have the Vagina Monologues. That is going to be a Pour Your Heart Out presentation. They will be doing Friday night, July 21st at 8:05 p.m. They will be doing the Vagina Monologues. I don't know really what that means, but anything to do with vagina, I guess, is a good thing. So so they'll be talking about that. You know what I mean? They'll be doing that. So we'll be handling that this Friday at 8:05 p.m. Next week's Man Talk Monday. So today we're gonna get all the shits out today. But next week's Man Talk Monday is gonna be very serious and it's gonna be long overdue. Next week's Man Talk Monday is entitled Enough is Enough. We're gonna be talking about all these predators in this community. When I say community, I mean the Black community. The predators attacking these children, grooming these children. Enough is enough. And I feel like a panel like this, we should speak out against it. And so that's going to be next week's Man Talk Monday show. Everybody's more than welcome to come on to that show. Like I said, you want to come on and voice your opinion, or if you have personally been affected by this type of abuse, you're more than welcome to come on and share your story. Like I said, you don't ever have to turn your camera on. Let's see, Mike is in the back trying to connect. You don't ever have to turn your camera on. Mike, your face. Oh, okay. Oh, you drive. Yeah, you don't ever have to turn your camera on, but you do. I'm giving you an open platform to tell your story. So that's next Monday on Man Talk Monday. So tonight we're gonna be with all the shits, like the love from us. But next week is serious business, and the show is entitled Enough is Enough, because we gotta call out these predators, and we gotta call them out. I mean, it's crazy. The amount of stuff, what really brought this on is I was listening to a stream and I heard somebody that I've had interactions with saying some things, and I was like, oh, like, and he wasn't the only one, you know what I mean? So it's like, this stuff is so prevalent in this community and nobody calls it out. Everybody just glosses over it. So we're going to talk about it next week. So next week's Man Talk Monday will be entitled Enough is Enough. Finally, we have a new show coming to the Straight Talk Society. I think I have it listed for August 4th. This is a venture that I'm going out on. I want to do this once a month. It is going to be, yeah, tequila, you're right, especially in the church. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a once a month show that I am embarking on, you know, and everybody's welcome to come up. But the thing is, it's going to be done late nights. And when I say late nights, it's going to be done at midnight. And the new show is entitled The Straight Talk Sessions After Dark. And as you can see, it's a late night adult conversation show. So it's basically kind of going to be like, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Ladies Man. It's one of my favorite shows with Leon Phelps. Was that his name? Leon Phelps? Yeah. And we're gonna, you know, we're gonna talk about some things, man. That's, you know, because there's some things going on that I, you know, sometimes I know younger ears listen to this show. So in the wee hours of the morning, I could really unwind on the things that I really, really want to say, you know. So that's why it is branded as an adult themed show. It is a new venture that I'm going to be doing once a month called The Straight Talk Sessions After Dark. It's going to be midnight, probably going for about an hour, depending on, I've never done a show that late, so I don't know who's up at that time. So I may get a bunch of crazies come over and we may get into some crazy conversations. Who knows? I may do it once. I may end up loving it and make it more than once a month, or, you know, I may do it every other month. Who knows? We'll see how the first episode goes. But right now I have that slated for August 5th at midnight. And that is a Straight Talk Sessions After Dark. I'm really excited about that. I already got my first talking points, and we'll be talking about the taboo. So the first talking point will essentially be about like how Black people, how for so long it's been such a stigma to do certain freaky things. Like when you hear certain things, it's always like only white women do that, or only white men do that, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a real good time. So y'all tuned in for that, man. Straight Talk Sessions After Dark. So I think that's it by way of announcements. I see Mike and Kev is in the back. So, well, no, I think they're up on the panel. What's up, fellas?
Yeah.
You on the way home, Mike? Yeah, he probably on the way home. What's up, Kev?
What's up, man? You can call me Vacation Poppy because I'm coming off from vacation.
You're coming off from vacation, dude, and you just the
You're
man.
not the only one. I'm coming off vacation too.
You just the man. You just the man that I wanted to see for our first story. And like I said, tonight we want to try to get through this again. If you didn't hear the show Friday night, we're doing a new concept. We are going to start timing the segments. So for this first segment, I give it like 30 minutes. And when I say 30 minutes, I mean that's in total. I say 40, just because we may go deeper into it, especially when Mike gets home. And also, peace, Shaka. And also, if anybody comes up on the panel, you are to remain muted when you come up. If you are not a co-host, meaning if you're on Man Talk Monday, if you're not Mike, Wayne, or Kev, do not unmute yourself until I unmute you. Then you'll get 2 minutes uninterrupted to say whatever you want to say, whatever you want to add to the conversation. That's how it's going to start going from now on. If you come up here to dispute something that one of us say, then, you know, we could get into one of the impromptu debates. But going forward, if you're not a host on the show and you come on the panel, everybody's welcome, but your mic remains muted. And you get 2 minutes once I unmute you to state your purpose or whatever you want to talk about, and then we'll go from there. So I see Wayne is in the back, so now we have full strength now. And we normally start at 6:05, so it's 6:03, so we right on time. And I got all my announcements out of the way. So that's how it's gonna be going forward. Huh?
I heard a foot down.
You heard a foot?
I heard a foot put down.
Oh, you breaking up, Mike. Yeah, you breaking up, man. Hurry up and get home. So just again, to reiterate to Wayne, I know Mike already heard it. To Wayne and Kev, Friday night we came up with some new rules what we're gonna do, just because these shows go extremely long. And a lot of times we'll get into, I want to do, like for tonight's show, I got like 4 videos I want to get through. Normally we only get through 1. So I'm going to start timing the segments. So we got like X amount of time. I said I heard a foot got put down. Oh, so we're gonna time the segments, and then we just gonna, so like for this first opening segment, we're gonna get like 30-40 minutes in totality. And I mean that's for everybody to just go through it. Then we move on to the next one, because sometimes we get into these shows and they're great, but we go on to talking about one thing for like an hour and a half. And then what happens, I get all these new videos and they just keep knocking the ones that I wanted to get to back. So I never get to the ones when they're prevalent. So going forward, that's the thing we're going to do. Like I said, anybody is always welcome to come up on the panel. Just when you come on, if you're not a host of the show, remain muted and don't unmute yourself, or else I'll put you in the back. And when I do unmute you, you got 2 minutes to state your purpose. If you want to debate anybody up here, that's fine. We can get it. I'll pull out the timer and we get into the impromptu debate. So that's how it's going to go from now on. So are we all cool on that?
Tenfold.
Yeah. And certain topics going to get much longer, much longer time. I don't know, Wayne, Kev, if you guys saw, but next week we're going to be basically one of our more serious shows talking about the this pedo culture in our community, and this grooming and all that craziness. We're going to finally call it out. So there we go with that. But tonight, let's get into the shits. And the first person I want to start with this is Kev, because I am so interested. I think I almost know what I think Wayne and Mike gonna say, but I really am interested in hearing what Kev has to say. And the first story tonight is going to be what everybody's talking about, and that's Miss Keke Palmer. So let me go on and bring her up, and I want to hear what Kev has to say first. So Kev, you got the lead on this one. Let me know when.
I got the honors. Holy.
All right, so all right, so Keke Palmer's boyfriend. So Keke Palmer's boyfriend publicly shames her for wearing a what he deems to be inappropriate clothing. So he basically went on Twitter and he was saying, "You're a mother, but you're dressing like this." And then later on, I guess when everybody started dragging him, he comes on and he's like, "Oh, pardon me for a man wanting his woman to be presentable," the whole spiel like that. So Kev, I am so interested to see what you got to say, because we know you a caper.
Let me put my cape on real quick. I should have had a theme song set.
We can get you one. Don't worry about it.
All right, bet. So one, I would say I can't believe it's Usher. If it was Omarion or something, or Trey Songz. I got no, I'm kidding. I don't know how to feel about this one because it's the fact that it's Keke Palmer and it's a dude that nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he kind of put himself out there, putting it on social media. Like you it's like you couldn't handle this at home. You had to like blast her online to try to check her. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, yeah, Keke Palmer's flawed for that. I'm not gonna cap. She was kind of flawed for that because
in the beginning you said if it was Omarion. What do you mean by that?
Oh, that was a Boondocks joke.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, she's kind of flawed for that because yeah, she's a mother, you know, and she's married, or I think she's married. Is she married?
They aren't married.
Oh, they aren't married.
No.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start caping.
Yeah,
she,
go ahead because the time winding down. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he definitely should have put a ring on it. Two, I don't think the dude should have blasted her online. He should have settled that at home. And since we don't know about him, you know, he doesn't have any like it to her. She's gonna automatically feel like he's gonna be beneath her because he don't have the status and the power, the money, stuff like that. It's that way with women where like, you know, they want to move up when it comes to the type of men they're dating and stuff like that. So I could say it's harmless, you know, like it's Usher, you know, he's like a superstar, you know, for 90s kids, and you know, it's harmless that she was hugging him and stuff like that. But it is weird that, you know, she's like half naked and married, or not married, but you know, I gotta think about this one. I don't know. Let me hear you guys first, actually.
All right, so just to get some things out of the way, they it's only his girlfriend.
Okay.
So what's up, Wayne? Long time no hear. What you got about this?
What's happening? Peace to the panel, everybody in the chat. Oh man, I've been seeing this conversation online, and man, first thing I want to ask, I just want to know why do some women feel the need to publicly put the ass out, show the ass? I don't get it. I just want to know what's with that, you know. Second of all, a lot of women responses was like Kevin. His response was, "Well, he should have put a ring on it." First of all, why? So you got to put a ring on it, but you drop his baby. Number one. Number two, I hate that argument. I get it, but I hate the argument of, well, if his status was higher, then maybe she would kind of, I want to say, I guess what Kev was trying to say, she'll submit more. But these women don't care about your status, man. We see these with these celebrities when these women be leaving these women be leaving these millionaires and cheating on these millionaires. And I mean, there's tons of story of women walking out on millionaires who got money. So money and status don't mean anything. I do agree with Kelvin when he said that I think he should have addressed it privately, because the way this culture is, they're going to point the finger at him and make him look like the simp. But I do think he should have approached her privately. Now, I don't know what type of deal that they made or understanding that they have as far as being in a relationship. You know, I don't know, because I mean, you got to know it's Keke Palmer. She's a part of that Hollywood crew, so they do a lot of grifting, they do a lot of stuff like that. So, but they could have had that understanding that she's going to slow down from that. I don't know, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they had that discussion about that. If they did, and she went out there with a butt out, and you know, I don't really necessarily care about her Usher singing together and doing all that. That's what women do. They having a good time. I get that. But he was just like he was just at the outfit, you know. So maybe they had a deal, and you know, maybe she's supposed to slow that down. But I just don't buy into that. Well, he should have put a ring on it. That's goofy. That's silly. Like, but you dropped the man baby. Like that, and that's women's point of view, which is, we all know most women are goofy, in my opinion.
Go ahead. So hold on. So damn, Mike dropped. Okay, Mike dropped off because he was on the way home. So this is what he said. We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals. Morals to what I believe. So, but Keela makes an interesting comment, because when I first heard this, naturally, like we all do, I just jumped on, no context. I just jumped in and didn't do it. But hold on, Mike, I want to hear your response before I say what I want to say and read Keela's comment.
All right. I won't read Keela's comment. I'm just going to say this. I don't know what it is with women in this generation that the only fun they seem to be able to have is when they're showing off their secondary sex organs. It's like, if you ask them, it's like, oh, well, I was having a blast. We were just having fun. Like, it's always fun to them. It's like, you can't go to a theme park, can't go to like anything they got to do has to be them showing off their assets, showing off this, showing off that, and telling men to accept it. Like, that seems to be their thing. It's like, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna look promiscuous, I'm going to embarrass you, and you have to take it. And if you don't take it, you're controlling and you're misogynist. And it's maddening. This man gets to say how he feels. He gets to say how he feels, and how he feels is, you're a mother. You shouldn't have your ass cheeks out. It's not even a beach. If we at the beach, I ain't got no words. If she's at the beach and Usher's going by, she's like, oh my God, Usher, you're awesome. I have absolutely no problem with what she's doing, because you're at a beach. It's called Suns Out, Buns Out. You're at a concert. Why your ass got to be out? I'm confused. Why can they not have fun with clothes on? Like, and it seems like they're in a race to see who can be the most naked, period. Like, I'm sorry. I know we're not supposed to be bashing. I know it's supposed to be, man, we don't, but yo, it is what it is.
Be
man.
careful,
Like,
Mike, because we go get told we bash
you
you.
know what?
Well, hold on. This show, because of how serious we gonna be next week.
I'm just being sarcastic.
Because of how serious we gonna be this next week is all out. Is all out warfare. I got somebody in the back named JimmyRizzo.com. Anybody know who that is?
I do not.
No, I do not.
But you know what? But
No,
you know what?
exactly.
I hope men, let's leave our balls out our zippers, put like a little piece of string between them, and then go shake them at Beyonce. Because apparently that's the only way to have fun nowadays. You gotta have your. It doesn't make any sense. Grow up. Grow up. Everybody lets you women. They let women be thotty in their early 20s, whatever. This woman has literally. I've heard her say how hard it is to keep somebody, how hard it is to date. She has a guy that she liked enough to have his baby, and then you do this, and then you like. And everybody wants to say, oh, he should have kept it in the house. No, because every other man in the world is going to look at him like a punk. Every man, and I know people say you shouldn't care. Well, if you shouldn't care, well, so all men should just shut up and let you guys do what you want, right? Then what's the point of having them out?
So hold up real quick, Mike and Wayne, because I gotta hey, yeah, Jimmy, hold tight. I'm gonna bring you up soon. I just want to I don't want to interrupt this right now. So I didn't know what you guys were gonna say, and I knew Kev. I figured Kev was gonna cape, but he kind of really didn't cape either. I'm kind of shocked that you guys aren't attacking him. And the reason I say this, so first of all, I watching the video, I hope Usher did nothing wrong. Usher is a celebrity. Usher did what he's doing. She came on stage, and it doesn't even look like he even touched her or anything. So I got no gripe with Usher. But a few weeks ago, I played a video where the guy was in the bathroom, and his baby mama was talking about how she had sex with his brother.
I remember.
And Wayne and Mike You guys.
No, Wayne and Kevin.
Who? Wayne and Kev? Wait, Mike didn't.
I
Okay,
did.
I got to go back, but it was definitely Wayne. But Wayne, you bashed him, calling him basically saying he need to man up. He shouldn't be doing that. So I haven't heard that. Like, you guys didn't lead with that.
No.
And I'm shocked. I'm really shocked because, like Keela said, and I want to get back to Keela's comment. Hold on, I should have started. But it says it would be different if he didn't see the outfit before she left and slapped her on the ass while saying she looked good as hell. So he knew where she was going. He
No, sir.
knew,
Oh,
he
Sir.
knew what she was going to have on. So he can't.
I didn't see what.
Sir.
I didn't see it.
Well,
The
hold on,
only
Mike.
reason-
He can't,
Oh, go ahead,
he
go ahead.
can't now come on. He can't now turn around and say, "Oh, you on stage with Usher." He knew she was going to an Usher concert, and he knew what she was wearing. That's all I'm saying. So now don't go online bitching and complaining that she hurt your feelings. She's a mother of all the people talking about you should have put a ring. Yeah, whatever. You girls like that probably don't end up getting a wife. Whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. But
Yeah,
what
let's
I'm
keep
saying
going.
is you can't see her leave the house like that. That would be like me seeing my wife wearing something sexy, then she's taking pictures in said sexy outfit, and now I'm gonna go online bitching and complaining about it. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, I would like to tell
Hold
you. I
on,
would
let
like
me-
to ask
hold
you a question. Do you remember that video of you choking the cat and throwing it down the stairs?
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
Okay. You see how I can say anything and everyone believes it? He didn't say that. That's what she said.
Exactly.
She said he saw it. She said he was okay with it.
Exactly.
Those were her
point.
words. People
Good point.
lie
Exactly.
all the time. He never can.
I didn't
Until
see
he
that.
come out and say that, I don't want to hear nothing about that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think the man
I
saw the
agree.
butt cheeks. I don't think he saw
I
it.
agree.
I
You
think
say
she
she
was
was lying
smiling in front. She had on a jacket and she was like, "Hey, baby, I'm going to go." And he said, "Oh, this looks nice because you can't see the ass cheeks from the front." I think she snuck it out just like girls did in school when they hid their clothes in the mailbox or had the extra pair of clothes in the bag. I think she snuck out because she knew he wouldn't like it and then tried to punk him on that because she has more cachet. That's the word you're looking for, Kevin. She has more cachet. I
So
don't believe that.
so now
I
have you
personally don't
guys
believe
have you guys heard the songs that she's been making now, talking about how now that with the baby, now her ass got fat and stuff like, and he's basically pissed, and she's like, "Run me the bag" and all that type of crap. It's like she's basically making fun of this guy now.
And that shows you,
Yeah.
that shows you how the Sierra effect has taken over. These women, they thought their lives away, and then when the wall hits, they try to clean up and run to a guy. Hey, you'll make me look respectable. And then as soon as they get the guy locked down with a ring or a baby or both, then they revert back to their thoughty ways. This
I
is
mean,
what-
that's so untrue. That's so
No.
untrue.
Hold
No.
on. Now I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know if you heard the rules, but you don't unmute yourself till I bring you on. Go ahead, Mike.
That is what they do. You can tell me it's not true. I'm telling you what I see. It's happening. It's happening. We all saw Sierra. All of a sudden, she was in church every week, had a whole Bible with her name on the bottom like we was little. And then all of a sudden, ass cheeks out.
All right, so the women in the chat are saying that it wasn't about the outfit. He had to be mad about something else. Moon Goddess obviously is saying his ego was touched because it always goes to ego. I just feel like
It's always level one. It's always level one with women. It's always he's insecure. I hate that level one argument. He was insecure. He mad. Who hurt him? Man, stop it. All right, stop that.
So hold on.
Okay, so
They
I'm
kill
gonna
me
play
with that.
devil
But let me go.
I'm gonna play
Hold
devil
on, let me go back to that.
Yeah,
that
finish, Wayne.
12 real quick. So back to the last video you sent. You showed the last show with the guy in the bathroom with the girl. The reason I got on him was because he knew exactly what she was, and she slept with the brother. He should have took that with the brother. Video recording and pouring his heart out to her and all that. She didn't even care. She been like that. So that's why I was like, yo, you should have took that to the girl. My point is with this whole Keke Palmer thing, I think you should have approached her privately, because look how everybody's switching it on him, saying who hurt him and all this foolishness. I just think he should, because again, we don't know the conversation that they had and the deals that they had in the relationship, and if she broke that deal or not. So he should have just went behind closed doors and approached her and stepped to her about it. I didn't hear anything about him saying he seen the outfit before. He didn't confirm that and said that it was okay, and then got jealous because it was Usher. That's just some female coonery. But I'm just saying, if they didn't have an understanding, or if they did have an understanding and she broke that understanding, then I get where he's coming from. I just felt he should have did it, stepped to her in private. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I'm with Mike. I don't understand what's the need for some women to feel like they need to go out with the ass all the way out. I don't get it.
So Kev, you were gonna say something, then I want to hear from Jimmy Rizzo join the panel. I don't know who this is, but his setup is 100 times fresher than mine. So
that is a fact.
Yeah, he got a mean ass setup. So what were you gonna say, Kev, so I can hear from Jimmy?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna play devil's advocate. One, I was gonna say I don't really think it's a big deal that she's showing off a little. Besides the ass,
that's a lot, Kev. That's a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say besides the ass, I think that was like crossing the line, but that's why I was gonna say, I was in between the line because it's like it's a weird situation. If he was a dude that she felt like she was gonna feel bad if she lost, then I think that she would act in a different way. Like let's say I'm a 9-to-5 dude and I'm dating a corporate chick, and she's able to go on vacation anytime she wants, and I'm just stuck at home because I have to go to work tomorrow. She's gonna look at me a different way as opposed to a dude who's like working his own business. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, she's a celebrity. She's like a household name. Like, this is Keke Palmer. She's gonna have a lot of like leeway when it comes to like whatever she wants to do, especially in the limelight. So and I think this is like normal behavior because it's like Hollywood. Like, Hollywood is all about selling sex and stuff like that. I think I would assume that he would know what he's getting into when it comes to that, because it's not the first time Keke Palmer's shown anything. And second, the reason I'm saying like the whole put a ring on it thing is because like a ring represents like, she's willing to follow whatever is going to make the relationship the best. Like, she's ready to follow the man's lead, right? But in this case, she's a baby mom's. Like, and it's kind of like the same situation with the other house. Like, there's no not a guarantee, but there's no promise of like, I'm going to be loyal to you. So I mean, yeah, she's gonna, like I said, this is Keke Palmer. She's gonna do whatever she want to do, and it looks like instead of being able to talk at home, he's just blasting her online.
So I'll say the ring isn't going to do anything because she's going to be who she's going to be. Jimmy Rizzo, you got 2 minutes. Please, no F-bombs.
I mean, what do you mean by 2 minutes? I mean,
you got 2 minutes, bud.
I mean, listen, sir. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I've just come here to be a normal person. The thing what I can see what's going on at the moment, right? Jay-Z, R. Kelly, okay, then they've got problems. Usher is a nice gentleman, and people are trying to tarnish him with the same brush as what they tarnish with Jay-Z and R. Kelly. And as for the other two guys that won't come on the webcam, the only thing I need to say to you is maybe, listen, we all can tell a story, but maybe that story isn't true. And maybe if you put your webcams on, we could see right through you.
Nah, hold on. Nah.
Are you attacking me?
Yeah, nah, get that.
This man, yeah, he's a troll.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, so, and because here's the thing. I agree with all of y'all. I just thought that Wayne and Mike especially would have been harder on him, just because it is weird. It is weird that that's his choice. And I can't say that Keela is wrong, because she wouldn't have put, I don't think she would have put that without seeing it somewhere. So I'm not going to say that she's wrong that he saw her, because I saw pictures of him pointing to her ass. It wasn't in that particular outfit, but they're online taking pictures, and he's basically saying, look what the baby's done, because apparently she never had any ass, and now the baby got her spreading. So
the question, kind sir, you tell me all the time, and please respectfully, okay? Respectfully, you know how we get down. You tell me all the time that a certain woman who I won't name is thicker than racial tension in the South. Okay, I hear you say that all the time, and you take pictures, and it might be in there from behind. I've never seen you at the beach or at a pool throw one of those pictures up. Is there a reason, sir?
Well, because I'm a 43-year-old man. I don't know. I'm a 43-year-old married man, so I don't know how old this dude is. He probably can't be more than 30.
Okay.
And they just aren't built like us. They literally just aren't.
He was
celebrating. Saying he's always posting her half naked. I don't get why now.
Well, you know what? First off, I want to apologize, because I remember what you're saying now. That was me and Wayne. I was against it at first, but then Wayne convinced me, because he made a whole lot of sense. So I'm gonna ride on that. That dude in the bathroom was whiny. She told him what it was, and he kept trying to fight, because he was like a whiny chick trying to get the argument. He was trying, you know how some girls like, no, why you did it? And she was like, I did it because I wanted to. I wanted to have sex with him. That's what it was. Right. But you got my baby. I don't care nothing about your baby. Right. But I gave you $2,500, and he gave me $5,000. What's up?
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That same point,
right? That's what I said. That's what it was.
This gentleman has every right to say what he feels, just like she has the right to say what she feels. But you can't sit here and tell me how women get to say, he needs to show me he's a husband before I just be giving him all this wifely stuff. And then you go do that, and you expect a man to want to treat you like a wife? No, thank you. If that's what wives are nowadays, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this Jergens. Y'all do what y'all do.
But he had a baby with her.
Let me say this real quick to the Englishman. I don't have no issue with white people, so I don't want anybody to say that coming on my show. But what you're not gonna do is come on here, and I even think that you disrespecting any of my co-hosts. Like me, Mike, and Wayne are like real friends in real life, and I'm learning to know Kev. So don't come on here thinking you're gonna talk crap about any of my co-hosts. So
Kev, get on my nerves, but I'll rock your knot for him. Keep your hands in your mouth off him, bro.
Go and take that somewhere else. So I do want to ask. So we got 7 minutes left on this topic, but I do want to ask a question, because Nene sent me a video, because we always got to look at it both ways. So the boyfriend made sure to say you're a mother. He made sure to point that out. That was according to him, that was his point of contention. You're a mother. So now, is it acceptable for a father to go out and be bumping and grinding all over half naked women?
You know the whole answer to that question. The second any of us sitting down for Janet Jackson to tie us or something, or Beyonce to give us a lap dance, they're gonna throw every fit in the book. You got a whole family at home. Is that what a family man would do? They will be losing their minds.
Yeah, I agree.
So is it acceptable though?
I'll take that risk.
No. You think my daughter gonna look up on YouTube one day and see me grinding on Sierra? No.
If it was SZA, I'll take that risk, but I think it's wrong.
Man, you can have SZA. Bro.
What you say about that, Wayne?
Gladly.
I think they talking about Chance the Rapper because I heard somebody mention Chance the Rapper. Was it the same rules apply? Because I think I saw people on TikTok on the live kind of mentioning that too. They was like, well, you know, when Chance the Rapper was in Jamaica and he was grinding on some women, they ripped him apart. And then I guess with this Kiki thing, you know, of course, women are the biggest hypocrites, but you know, it was okay for Kiki. She was celebrated. You know what I'm saying? So what? She, you know, let her have her freedom. She's having a good time. But when Chance the Rapper was having a good time, it was a different story. So I think that's what they're talking about.
The person I saw was Erica Mena's. What's his name? What's the skinny guy, man? Oh,
Erica Mena's crazy.
No, but Erica Mena's ex-husband. What's that guy's name?
Oh, Safari.
Safari. That's who it was. He was at that Jamaican girl with the blue hair. Spice is her name. Yeah. So he was at a concert with her. Like, I mean, I'm talking about he might as well just whip this thing out. I mean, the way he was going.
You know what the difference is? Chance the Rapper was at a function where that was the status quo. Usher has been in Vegas for years. Has anyone else been shown to act this thotty at his concert?
Maybe.
Has anybody been this famous though?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Mad famous people go there. They just had the thing. I think it was a couple months ago where all of So Def and all of ATL showed up. Usher's. I forgot what it's called. Forgot what it's called. The thing in Vegas. That thing is huge.
Yeah, his residence.
That thing is huge. He has people show up all the time. Matter of fact, Joe Budden was just up there with his girlfriend, and he was like, "Go ahead, baby." And his girlfriend got up. They did their little two-step, got a little singing on, and then she sat her ass down.
But Usher didn't do anything. Like Usher literally didn't do anything.
Did you know Ryan Davis, the comedian?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ryan Davis did a snapshot like commentary on this whole thing. If you listen to what he said about Usher, you automatically really like, man, Usher ain't doing nothing. We gotta leave Usher. Usher has nothing to do with this. Usher was performing. This woman Usher didn't step toward her. Usher didn't grind on her. Usher stood where he was. He probably had the little X on the bottom. Because Usher got a woman too. Usher was like, I was on my spot. She walked up to me. I did my little two-step. I didn't grind. I had my hand well above her waist. She did everything she did and then made sure to turn around to show Usher her ass. She made sure. If she never turned around, none of us are talking about this. Think about that. Watch the video again. No one sees her ass because she's standing with her foot facing everywhere.
Yeah,
she had to stop dancing, turn around so everybody could see her butt cheeks. That's
she did do that.
If he approved her to go out like that, I really can't.
No man approved. Stop it.
Well, we don't know. Like, I mean,
well, then stop saying it in affirmative.
And
one way, you don't know the other way.
I've come to realize that until you know the whole story, then you just got to go by what you see. But we got 2 minutes left on this topic, so y'all go ahead and get your last words in.
Go ahead, Wayne.
No, I just think I don't see the need. I don't understand why some women need to go out with the ass all the way out like that. I just want somebody to answer that for me. I don't understand it. Again, I think he should have approached her in private. And again, we don't know the understanding that they have, but it is Keke Palmer. She's a celebrity. She grifts. So I mean, he should have understood what came with that. But at the same time, like I say, they was in a real relationship. They had a baby. And I mean, there might have been some guidelines, some boundaries set, and she might have went over them boundaries. Who knows? The way he react, I believe that they had a conversation about boundaries, and she crossed those boundaries. That's just my thing. And as far as he knew the outfit, I don't know, because sometimes, I mean, she's a celebrity. She could have been staying in Vegas. He could have been at home in another state and never saw the outfit until he saw her on social media. So, that's it for me.
Yeah, ladies.
Shaka saying there's a nice ass.
And Shaka's correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead, Kev.
All right, fine. I was gonna say, yeah, ladies, I love it when your peaches are out when you're single. But when it comes to certain situations, it's like, maybe you should let something longer on. But at the same time, like if you're gonna date a celebrity, you gotta make sure you're cool with the type of celebrity you're dating. So that's all I gotta say on that.
So I got to push back. Nene says, looks like Usher walked out to her. She didn't jump on stage with him. Kiki didn't do anything thotty. Boyfriend's complaint is her attire. Yeah,
No.
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Usher
buy
did
that
not
one.
walk out to her. Usher has a spot that he comes around. They're all in the VIP seats, and he walks that little lane. It's like an aisle, and she stayed in that aisle. He stayed in that aisle. She watched the video. I've watched it many times. He stayed on his square. He never left the right side of the video. She stepped to him.
He's doing what he's supposed to do. I can't.
Yes. Hey, gentlemen, when a woman shows you who they are, believe them. Do not wipe that, bro.
All right, that was it. Time. All right, so we're gonna go to it. We're gonna go to another one, which these things just get crazier and crazier, man. So let's get into this one. Hold on, wrong one.
Love to the ladies in the chat.
So let's pull this. This one we got like 20. We got 20 minutes on this one because this one's gonna run into each other. So
I wonder what Dr. Mia would have said.
Yeah, where is she? I know she's not working. No, she probably has a client. All right, let me know when you see it.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, what is this? Oh man. Duct tape, really?
They ran out.
You're such an amazing
They
rapper.
ran out. I'm sorry.
An envelope? What could this be? What could this be? It's not shaking. It's not my necklace, I don't think. Let's open this out. Ooh, it feels kind of thick. Okay, hold on. It may be. Paper. This better be a ticket to Dubai for 2 weeks straight, round trip. Because you know I've been wanting to go to Dubai.
Open it up. Yeah, read it.
What is this?
You know what it is? I just want you to know that I know. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
All right, let's get to the first one.
Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why did you do this tonight out of all nights? Why?
Because I wanted you to know that I know Nevaeh is not mine. I've had doubts. So
What
I went
doubts?
at a DNA test. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why would you do this? She loves you though. Why would you do this?
She's not my daughter. Why would you do this? Why would you cheat?
I didn't cheat.
Why would you cheat on me?
I didn't.
That's proof right there. DNA test. Nevaeh is not my daughter.
But babe, really? Out of all days, you had 3 years to give this to me. Now you want to give this to me?
All right, listen. You and Nevaeh got to the end of the month to get out of my house.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding.
But
You
that's your
and
daughter.
your daughter had to the end of the month to get out of my house.
But that's
Kelly.
your daughter.
It's not my daughter, Kelly.
Yes, it
The
is.
paperwork says it's not my daughter.
Why would you do this?
I am not the father.
No, stop it.
All right, so couple of part question here, because we see this, and Cliff, I know that it's old, but if you heard, I have so many videos, I'm trying to knock them down. So we got 20 minutes on this one. We got 20 minutes on this one, and I want to focus on the fact of the deception. So in your answer, we got to talk about the deception. There should be mandatory child support. This is my feeling. And the daughter, he's kicking both of them out of the house, and she's saying it's your daughter. Is it that easy for him to just connect and be like, kick rocks? So we're thinking about the deception. Should there be mandatory child support testing? And him just being so forthright to say, hey, get the hell out of here. All right, go ahead, Mike. Your
Okay.
answer probably gonna be longest.
That's why we're trying to let everybody else go. All right. First and foremost, I don't like that he had to do it online because as men, we're the only gender that is held to like a certain quota. Like you have to conduct yourself a certain way for other men to respect you. You know what I'm saying? And though he didn't whine and he didn't sound soft, I wish he would have recorded it but not put it online. That's all I'm gonna say, because it gives women but you kind of need some. All right, forget everything I just said. Nah, because it's necessary, because we'll never know if this happens. We definitely need mandatory birth DNA testing. It should be a law. The reason it'll never be a law is because the government makes so much money. Whether you're the father or not, they make so much money off of child support. You have no idea. If you don't know, look it up. I'm not going to waste all my time. This guy is 100% correct. I'm going to tell you why. I try not to bring up my old relationship with my ex-wife, but I'm going to use it right here. I'm going to just for a small piece. I raised her oldest daughter. I was the first one in the world to hold her, right? I was drunk and sick and got to the hospital. I was driven by a family member, got to the hospital before her family got there to be there for her having that baby, because there was I think a 10% chance that it was mine. Turns out it wasn't mine. Cool. She never fronted. She never faked. But I was still there. I held that baby. Whenever she needed something, I was there for that kid, because the real father, he didn't really care at the beginning. No disrespect to him. I raised her from, we got back together, I think when she was around 4. I raised her from 4 till a teenager. Okay? When the shit hit the fan and we got divorced, I was still 2 years after we got separated. I think a year. I was still watching her. I was still taking her for half of a month. When the divorce got bad, she got taken from me, and to this day, I have not been in a room with her and spoken to her. She is 17 now. I raised this girl. This girl is just like me. Okay, that is what can happen when you are. That's why Kevin Samuels tell everybody don't date a single mom, because it can be taken from you. I called her. I was so heartbroken. I called her father. And I said, bro, is there anything you could do? Like when she comes over your mom's house, can I come over there? Because I got in cool with his family. I got them together to talk. And he looked me in the face on FaceTime and said, hey, man, she's the mom. I'm the father. I don't know what to tell you. And you know what I said? You're 100% right, sir. And I've never spoken to him again. And I don't plan on ever speaking to him again. But he's right. I am not her father. I can't make her see me. And here's the funny part. When I did see her once, and I told her, legally, I have no rights, but when you turn 18, come and find me. And she took that to mean that I didn't want to see her until she was grown. So now she hates me, which breaks my heart, because I love my daughter. Everyone knows I love my daughter, but this girl was a version of me. Okay? I like her more than my daughter, if that makes any sense. I love my baby to death. But this girl sat up, to anybody that watches anime, and Kevin will know this. We watched the first 600 episodes of One Piece together. That's how much me and her older daughter rode together.
Man.
She's Puerto Rican and black. I had this girl singing Jamaican music. She is not Jamaican. You feel me? She in there busting up 3 little birds. I'm like, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is my girl. You feel me? And for that, and yes, you're right. That's a sucky situation for me. But because that can happen to me, I'm telling other men to not put yourself in that position. Do not love on a kid that's not yours, because, and I'm telling you this is because women, when they get upset, all the promises go out the window. Women say, we don't need a prenup. I'm not trying to take your money. What happens when they get mad and the divorce happens? They come for everything. When women get upset, they don't care. I've had I'm friends with every woman but one that I've ever dated. I'm still cool with. Any woman that's ever slept with me can call me right now. We chop it up. And every one of them will tell you, when I was mad, I said some horrible stuff. I did some horrible stuff. They're not in their right mind. They get emotional. They don't care. Okay, when I say what I say, I mean it, and I stand on it. But they get emotional, and if they know it's gonna hurt you to take the kid, they're gonna take the kid. So if it's not yours, step away. If after the divorce proceedings and everything is separated, if she still wants the kid to come around, that's cool. Once it becomes voluntary, when it's voluntary, when it's like, okay, I would like to see her. Can I see her? Oh, sure, you can be around her. That's different. And even then, make sure you record everything, because some women will call CPS on you. You feel me? So I'm telling you guys out there, I know society and the women we were raised by have told us that you're a man. You do what a man's supposed to. And hey, there's a whole lot of men in jail on child support charges because they did what they thought. They did what they thought was right. I signed that birth certificate because I'm a man and I didn't want that kid to not have a father. Guess what? It ain't your baby, but you going to jail because you behind on child support. Worry about, hey, Moon Goddess, that's my problem with you. This ain't about you. I don't think you're that kind of woman. I've never thought you were. Our differences are strictly on a different level. I don't think you're that kind of woman, but I think that kind of woman exists, and she exists in high numbers in this society. Men, cover yourself. I'm gonna shut up now.
All right, Mike, just so y'all know, Mike took 8 minutes.
I am so sorry.
So when y'all don't have no time, blame Mike.
Hey, I said everybody go first. Nobody want to listen to me. I'm gonna shut. I'm saying nothing else.
You good, man. I was tearing up.
I know, like Mike, every now and then Mike will hit you with them stories that make you be sitting here like, damn, man. Go ahead, Kev.
I'm gonna give you a good hug after this podcast, brother.
I need her, bro. I miss her.
Yeah. There's no you really can't defend this, bro. And this is why, like, for me, like, I cannot stand like any idea of like lying to people, like, because it's like you're disrespecting people's time, you're disrespecting their emotions and, like, you know, their energy, like, when you do that. And you know, it's the same with like when guys lie to women just to get some cooch. But in this case, you know, like, I think that was an awful thing to do. I think I applaud the dude for being petty. My only critique is I would have been extra petty with it. You know, I would have been like, yo, pack your stuff. Me and you going on vacation. I would have her pack her clothes and stuff. You know, have her pick up a gift in a limo or something like that. She would look at it and be like, yeah, I found it out. You know, you got to dip. Some extra petty. I don't know. But yeah, I think people like that need to be exposed, yo, because that's just an awful, like, that's not even like an awful woman. That's just an awful person.
So Kev, what about mandatory DNA testing?
Mandatory DNA test? Well, I feel like people should get married before they have kids, to be honest. So I don't really think it's mandatory. But if you know,
you do realize they were married though, right?
Oh, they were married.
Yeah.
Bumbleclad. Maybe. I don't know. Because I feel like she would have dropped some hints that she's unloyal. Like I didn't like the way she was like, oh, these better be Dubai tickets. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I bought you something. You should be appreciative of like whatever I gave you. I would say maybe, yeah. Could be.
So when Wayne go, I want to come back and ask another question. But you were done, Kev?
Yeah, I'm done.
Go ahead, Wayne, because I want to come back and ask another question to you guys.
All right, so this is the angle that I'm gonna come from with it, and this is why I defend the manosphere. This is why I defend men getting podcasts and speaking out there. I don't want to hear when women come on the platform telling men that you're bashing women. Okay, no, we're not bashing women. We're telling our part of the story, because the importance, and here's my thing about these podcasts with these men speaking their truth and their side of the story and the manosphere and all that jazz, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's that, yo, these things happen to men, and I even make the argument equally as it happened to women. But we've been told that we're pieces of shit, that we're cheaters, we're woman beaters, we have sex with women, drop kids, and we leave them. All that stuff we've been told, right? But it's like, yo, okay, fair enough. It is a group of men that are out there that are on that. But but again, we get judged by the worst of us. But see, the internet now has become the great equalizer because now women shit is coming out. Yes, women cheat. Yes, women hit men. Yes, women do. Again, I always say men hide vulnerability, women hide wickedness. And their wickedness is getting exposed. I don't care what nobody say. All right. So this is why I support these platforms where these men are speaking out, whether you want to, whatever platform you want to say or mention, I still support it. Is some of it garbage? Some of it is, yeah, some of it is great, but I support it all because men need to start speaking up because these things do happen. There's guys like Mike all the time. I know guys personally that happen to this, the same thing that you go on social media, you go into these men conversations and these men groups and you have these conversations. It is happening. Women do just as much as evil things as they claim that men do. Okay. The thing is that women have the government to back them up. So don't give me that women don't have privilege crap. I don't buy that because you can go and and coming back to the child support thing is why I'm gonna get to that. You can go and put a man on child support and it's not even his child. You don't have to put no proof. Nothing. You could just sue a man just because you have an indifference and say, well, you know what? I think he should be doing better or he's not doing what I think he should be doing. I'm going to sue him and get his money deducted. That's ridiculous. And like I say, women buy into it. So don't give me that crap about, the white supremacy system. You feed the white supremacy system to that black man or to that man. You support it. Right? So don't give me that, the white supremacy conversation and all that, because you're using those same tools when you have a disagreement with that man to bring that man down. Right? Yeah, there should be all kind of guidelines before you go to a man income and take his income out of his pocket that he worked hard for. Yeah, there should be DNA tests. There should be all kind of things that's ran before you can just take a man money out of pocket. But like Mike said, people don't understand that the federal government gives the state like interest on that money that goes into that child support account. Okay, so there's an incentive for it. So there's an incentive for the woman. There's an incentive for the state. There's no incentive for the man. And some of these, and that's why you have these new programs. And I support it. And a lot of these legislations are getting pushed back. Like I said, I think it's in Tennessee.
Oh shit, you're breaking up, Wayne.
Yeah, I want to say it is not. I'm sorry. You hear me now?
Yeah.
You got me now?
Yeah.
Am I here?
Yeah.
I think I want to say it's Tennessee, like what happened to Mike. Now that's considered a misdemeanor. Okay. I think it's considered, you can Google it. I think that's considered a misdemeanor, that if you do some type of fraternity fraud or something like that, I think you can be charged as a misdemeanor now. But the point is, this is why I support these movements with men, because it's coming into policy, because men are getting tired of getting screwed and told that they're deadbeats, that they're horrible husbands, they're horrible boyfriends. And women are just walking around as this goddess of never making mistakes, as angels. And it's been like that for decades. And now men are pushing back, and the proof is in the numbers are there. So, and I mean, it's just ridiculous. But that's why I say I support these channels like this. I support the Manosphere. I support the podcast. And I don't want nobody coming telling me about men are bashing women. No, we're telling our side of the story. We're debunking all this crap that women been putting out there for years as if they're not pieces of shit. And that's the angle that I'm coming from with it.
So Trevor, hold on, Trevor. 30 seconds. I want everybody that's watching this right now to go back, watch the video, and notice that woman took absolutely no accountability for what she did. She never said, damn, my bad. She never said I was wrong. All she said was, she's your child. Why'd you wait so long? It's all deflection. It's all BS, and they never take accountability. Women, when you hear men say, y'all don't take accountability, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Go watch the video again. Never said a thing about I was wrong. All right, I'm sorry.
So I wanted to, yeah, and you're right too. And I was gonna be like, well, damn, how old was the kid? The kid's 3 years old, because she said you waited 3 years to do this. But so Keela makes a good point. She said it's an option at birth before you sign the birth certificate. In most states, you have 2 years to contest paternity. Even if you sign the birth certificate, after that, you're financially responsible. So, so why don't why don't we just make it easier? And I think a lot of it too is it would almost be like if, you know, me and Nene have our daughter and then they come in to swab us or however they do it. I don't know. Nene would feel bad because she'd be like, wait a minute, I've been your wife for X amount of years. What the hell are you doing? I almost want to say that it's a thing to kind of protect their feelings almost.
That's exactly
like,
what it is.
Yeah, because think about it. Like, why would they have to see it as a bad thing if me and my wife and I get a DNA test, and if it's my daughter, fine. It's my daughter, she's gonna get the best daddy in the world. But if it's not my daughter, then you have now freed me of 18 years of a lie, of a deception. That's why when Mike was talking, I felt it so bad because real quick, like my ex, she used to use her son against me all the time because she knows the relationship that I had with him. I stayed in that relationship 7 years too long. Because every time I was ready to leave, she'd be like, but what about such and such? And I'd be like, damn. Then I'd be like, damn, man, I got to be there for Lil Man. But guess what? Lil Man is in his 20s now. And me and Lil Man talk all the time. So it's just like we men, man, I don't want to take all the time, man. But y'all go ahead. We got 2 minutes left on this one.
Nah, you 100% right, bro. You 100% right. Because check this out. If I were to ask any man, I say, hey, you're marrying a rich woman, right? Would you sign a prenup? I don't think the majority of men would have a problem with signing the prenup. That ain't my money. That's shorty money. As long as she takes care of me in the divorce paperwork, she's like, okay, we're getting divorced. Here go a good $5 million. Go do your thing. A brother signed the paperwork. You ask a woman, they act like you told them they coochie stank. It's like the moment you say anything that is not for them, it is utter disrespect. It is utter that you're a horrible man. What kind of man would ask? That's why they say that. What kind of man would ask that? You know I ain't been with nobody. Hey man, I've seen divorce court enough to know that 40 to 60% of people in marriages, those kids don't belong to the guy. That's a statistic. That ain't my feelings. That's a statistic. You can look it up your damn self.
I wanna go through some of these comments real quick. Cliff is saying in the state of Florida, a husband is automatically the father of the child. That's messed up in its own.
That's a fact.
But One Love is saying, so I'm not understanding. I'm on a dish break. I guess she's on a break for 5 minutes. So she's saying, I respectfully gave my baby father 2 years to do something, and he did nothing. Then I put him on child support, and I'm assuming that's supposed to be ever released him of $48,000. So I guess they were going to hit him for 48 bands, but she released him of that. So you have trifling men and women out there. I love the fellas, but the trifling behavior, I will not deal with that. So again, One Love, you do have those guys which is why I said, if you take the paternity test at birth, now you have you have him. It's his child. So now he's financially responsible for his child. I guess what we're saying is, don't have a man that you know is not your child, his child, being financially responsible. Like that's gross, man. We got 25 seconds. Who won it?
Hey, a wonderful man once said, my bad. I'll be quick. A wonderful man once said, the equivalent of sexual assault to a woman is for a man to wake up on the 18th birthday and find out the kid ain't his. Nothing hurts like that. Go ahead, fellas.
No, I just want to clear up what Cliff said, kind of clear it up. That law that Florida just passed is not necessarily, well, what it's saying is that now the father is automatically considered the custodial parent as well as the mother. So before, a lot of times they'll consider one parent as the custodial parent, and then they decide time sharing. So now the father is considered the custodial parent as well as the mother now, which is good. You know what I mean? So, and then they go from there. So, because I think, the father gets just as much rights to the child now as the mother has. But before, if the mother was just a solely custodial parent, meaning the child was living with her, then a lot of times the mother would be considered to make a lot of decisions for the child. And then the time share will be split against the father and for the father and child and the mother. But now Florida's passed that law where no, the father is considered a custodial parent as well, which is dope, which is great. Again, this is why all these policies are changing now, because it's now showing that women are just as much as pieces of shit as some men are. They claim to be. Not all women, but some women are just as much as pieces of shit as men are. And their roosters are coming home to crow, and all this response and stuff that women are doing is just them reacting to the bullshit being put out there.
And if you don't believe it, add me on Facebook. I'll send you a video of it.
So I want to read this comments. So hold on. So Nini says that I like the time limit. You guys are getting in multiple stories, but everyone is getting in good feedback. Great show, fellas. Ricardo, yep, those scums are out there. One rotten apple ruining for the rest of men. Tequila saying it's set up for married couples. If not married, you have to establish paternity rights. One Love is saying I would have worked with him without getting the government involved, but I had to show him. Then after my 16-year-old son was, after my 16 years, I released him from all the back pay. It wasn't about the money, but do what's right. I worked hard and my husband stepped up and cared for our son. So she released again, and you do have women like that. We played the video of the young lady who released her ex of all the back pay and helped use the money to get him his CDL. So, and Nini says, yes, that's not a gender thing. There are some effed up shitty ass humans out there. I don't care for humans. Yeah, me neither. So
facts. So
we reached the first half of the show, and I'm gonna take a quick intermission. Be back in 2 minutes.
They gotta feel this in silence. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Do all the.
Oh, we're back. I told Venkat that timer would work. Oh man,
gotta make it do what it do, baby.
Yeah. So Moon Goddess put something in there. Florida courts have established penalties for paternity fraud July 9th, 2020. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll ever figure it out, but I do think that it does need to be skewed more to at least be fair, not even to the man side, but just be fair. Like, and I think at the end of the day, that's what this shit should always be about. Just be fair.
And women know how to game the system way better than men. They know the faster you get to the government assistance with the lawyers, the man can't use them. And you don't have to send it to where the guy actually lives. You can just send it to an address that's on record for him being there. He could have moved 5 years ago, but if it's on record, they'll send it there. Once it's delivered, if you don't show up to court, he the daddy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Kev, like, man, y'all got me messed. I don't want to. Yeah, Ricardo.
Don't worry, Kev. When you buy a ring, it'll protect you from all of that.
Yeah, because Kev think marriage protect you from everything. I appreciate that, Ricardo. Yeah, he's saying this format is bumping great team time management. So let's get into the next one. Wow, see, normally we don't even get through this many, but we on the roll. This one is kind of on the same vein. This one is just disturbing just as well. So let me bring that up. And you guys remember tonight is supposed to be SVDL's season 5 championship, Rio versus Blue at 8 o'clock. So we're not gonna go past 8 tonight. Let me know when you see it, fellas.
Yeah.
All right.
Bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't.
This is working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What is the problem?
You need to be a problem. You a no.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account for that I work hard and struggling.
Why are you thinking about if we get a divorce? What's your plan? What you got going on? I understand a couple of thousand here and there, but 22,000? Oh, this is a woman with a plan. She would have probably be taking more than just 22,000. She just got mad. She got cut.
I got a bank.
Kev, I need you to take this one because you seem to think the wedding ring fixes everything. So see what the scenario is there. She's been siphoning money from them since they've been married in a secret account, to the tune of $22,000.
I can't even cape today, man. Like, what the heck? What the heck, bro? Yeah, she's wrong for that. I do see where she's coming from because like, that is hold on. That is a legit fear though, like, you know, being kicked out on the curb and not having anything, especially if she's not working and he's paying all the bills and stuff like that. But 22K, bomba clot. If I ever saw
Negro, you are not Jamaican.
Payment. Huh?
You are not Jamaican, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mizami. If I ever see
much better.
Much money, that much money leave my bank account, like a whole car payment, I would have a hernia. Like, yeah, she's definitely wrong for that. Like I said, I could understand the reasoning, but you know, get a job and like, you know, ask me first before you touch the money that we're supposed to be saving to make sure that we're good. Because you know, what if that was money that I needed to rely on or we needed to rely on, and then I look at my bank account and I'm missing 22K. I said, what? So yeah, I can't even cape on this one. I think she fought for it.
So let me jump in here real quick before Mike and Wayne take over. So first of all, shout out to dude. He must be in a hell of a job or fantastic financial position that she could be stealing 22 bands from. I don't know how long they've been married. She looks fairly young, so I don't know if he's an older guy or what. Seems like the Superman 3 thing where you just take all the pennies that nobody's counting, but 22 bands, that's a lot of money. Bro, like everything in the world is wrong with this. It like her whole thing was me. I'm your wife, so if I had to survive on my own, you're working for us. Me. Like, yeah, I can't. Y'all got it. I can't. I just can't.
Let me jump in, man. All right. To all the men listening, to all the men that will listen to this or in the chat, this is my opinion. Married or not, in a relationship, if you're in a relationship with a woman and you are not putting some funds aside to protect yourself outside of the joint account, you're a fool. You are a fool. I don't care what you say, because if you continue to think that women are going to play the same exact rules that you're going to play, they're not. They're always thinking survival. She's in survival mode. So I get it. She was wrong, but that's what women do. And men got to be smart as well. Now, I'm not saying she was right about taking out joint account, but this is what I'm saying. He needs to protect themselves. Men, y'all got to protect yourselves. There's nothing wrong with having a joint account with your wife or your significant other. But in my opinion, have a little something that nobody know about but you stashed somewhere where maybe that she can't touch if there's a divorce to happen or something like that. Because you gotta have something to fall back on, because I see it too many times. Like this guy, he comes into the relationship, you think that these women are playing for the same rules that you're playing, and they're not. She's protecting herself. Men need to start protecting themselves and stop getting in these relationships and just putting all their money, all their resources into these women, and you're not protecting yourself. I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with it. Yes, take care of your woman, do what you're gonna do, but man, protect yourself. And she does not have to know about it, married or not. That's just my opinion. If you're not protecting yourself as a man financially, you dumbass.
So Wayne, Wayne on one tonight, boy. This is the Wayne I'm talking about. So she like you say, she's in survival mode. But bro, she was able to siphon 22 bands from the man. She ain't got no hardship in her life.
But she's saying,
like, what kind of survival mode?
If she said it, if something goes wrong, I need to be able to take care of myself. She sees where she sees an angle where she got a guy that's putting all these resources and money into this account that she's joining with. I don't know how much she's putting in there versus him. The point I'm trying to make is that she's thinking that she's always in survival mode. Again, men need to start thinking the same way when they come into these situations with these women. You need to put money aside for yourself just in case things fall apart. Yes, secret account. I don't care how it sounds. Yes, men, get you a secret account. I mean, it's different if you're in a relationship, but if you're married, okay, I'm sorry, get you a secret account. Protect yourself, because I've seen women go and rape men for everything.
So last question, Mike, before you jump on it, because I did this one. This round was only like 15 minutes. So One Love says us women need love, safety, and security from our men. Yeah, but and I agree. You always try to provide that as a man, but you don't want to be getting robbed.
Exactly.
In the process. And I think and that's the hypocrisy. And then with her, so I feel like if she's robbing her husband, she also has a side dude. I'm just gonna matter-of-factly say that.
Good point.
Hey, I want to ask everybody that's listening to me, when was the last time you heard of a housewife or a woman that got married to a guy getting left out with nothing? No, seriously, think about it.
Thanks. Repeat that.
When do you hear about a woman being left out with nothing? The only time you ever hear about it is those random crazy chicks who are living in like Beyonce Knowles' daddy's baby mama. I'm living in squalor, but she has a hotel. She has a house in Beverly Hills. Dwayne Wade's ex-wife. They're just mad because they're not getting the bag they were supposed to get from the husband, but they still got money. Women do not get thrown out. That's some color purple bullshit that they had from back in the day where your grandmama say, girl, you better save some money in case he throw. That don't happen. The courts don't allow a husband to throw a housewife out with nothing. That's a movie. That's Tyler Perry. It don't happen. Women get half. There is no question. You don't go in there and say, but judge, I did this. You know what the judge say? I don't care. Half. It's not even something that they can go. It's on the books. That's why there's so many states that are at fault states or they're not at fault states. It don't matter if she cheated. She getting her half. Look it up. Women do not get left with nothing. That is some BS they brought up from it's the misery porn they talk about from The Color Purple. Oh, he gonna leave me with nothing. And shut up. Ain't nobody been left with nothing. That's some bull. I don't want to hear none of that. What?
Well, you say that, but these rules are in place because women were getting, dealt dirty, like around.
Say it again. These rules are in place because women were. Say it again. Were.
Exactly.
In class, that's past tense.
Hey.
Them days
exactly.
Over,
that's the Old Testament, and that's the thing. Women want men to still stay traditional, go by traditional guidelines. That's old, Kelvin. These women are bosses now, Kelvin. They're bosses now. They make their money. They make just as much as we do, but they still want to buy by the old system. They full of shit.
Yeah, but what if she wants to be a stay-at-home mom? She can't have nothing on the side.
My G, once again, if she's a stay-at-home mom, she's going to get the maximum amount of benefits from divorce. If he is supporting everything, she has to get what she is accustomed to. That's what they say. Your Honor, I'm accustomed to this lifestyle. Your Honor, I'm accustomed to having this amount of money. My child is not accustomed to going to public school. Like, look at 50 Cent's kid. His kid cried about getting $32,000 a month. I know dudes making $32,000 a year. This dude was getting $32,000 a month and said his daddy was a deadbeat. Miss me, Negro. That's doctor money.
Bomba clad. I'm saying you don't know if that's guaranteed, even if it goes to court, because
sir, it is damn near guaranteed.
Hold on.
It's my turn to talk. You cut me off and tell me to hold on.
We got 4 minutes left, so y'all gotta.
Yeah, let me talk. All right, so yeah, there's ways to protect your money, especially like from the government, from like bankruptcy and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's a way to protect yourself from like
secret accounts. Secret accounts.
The only men that know how to protect their money are super white collar rich white guys. They know all the loopholes. They know about the Cayman Islands account can't. That's it. Ain't no brothers that I know of unless they're one of them dudes that are doing that.
Dude? He's got $22K that he didn't. He's just now noticing is being siphoned out. So
exactly, which means and what does that say? That says that she had says that she had access to all his money. He wasn't hiding any. He didn't keep it away. It was there for her to take because he was trusting the love in the relationship. You're just backing up Wayne's point. He should have been siphoning that 20-something thousand for himself because if you, real talk, you take my money, I'm gonna leave it at that.
So real quick, hold on, Kev. I'm gonna let you get back in there. But Bones says that he always keeps a stash, so he agrees with Wayne. So I want to go back to a comment from One Love though. She says men definitely need to dot their I's and cross their T's because court is not typically set up for men to win unless the woman has some serious issues. So how legally, what can he do about this?
Legally, he can do nothing because once they're together, it's community property. He just got to cry. He got to go to court and say, Your Honor, she stole this under fraud. That's the best he could try to do. And the judge might look at him and go, hey, man, y'all were together. I don't know what to tell you.
Kev, get back in there with your point.
I don't even know what my point was. I was gonna say, if that's your argument, my thing is, why does she have to siphon it? Because if she's siphoning money, that would imply that she doesn't have any money on the side.
No, sir. That implies that she sees a danger that doesn't exist. You can't siphon something unless you have access to it. I can't steal your electricity unless I have access to an outlet. I can't steal your water unless I have access to a hose. She has access to the money. She chose to siphon it for herself. She didn't say, I got to protect me and the kids. She said, I got to do it for me. Listen to the video. She said, me. What about me?
All right, which is a valid, danger she's feeling.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
It's not a valid danger. Once again.
Hold on. What I'm saying is,
do I need to bring out the 2-minute timer?
He don't want none. I'll show him what Bumbleclaw mean for real. I couldn't be. I talk to what?
Lord. I was gonna say that the fact that she has to do it, that means there's no account set up. So that means, she's going to do what she's doing right now.
Sir, you're inventing a reason. There is no account set up because it's a joint account. She has access to it. That's how she got the money. It's a joint account. She didn't have to steal it. It was there.
Yeah. And she's protecting herself.
She walk into the bank and say, can I get 1,000? And they go, here you go, ma'am. That's it.
Don't give him a fire.
It's hard for your boy to get fired. I love when I get the fire.
Man.
Yeah. She's protecting herself. All I'm saying is, men, wake up. Stop thinking these women are playing by the same rules you're playing and protect yourself. Secret account on the side, married or not, secret account.
And it's not even that hard. When you get a job, they give you in the paperwork, they give you that little thing that says Do you want 100% of your paycheck to go to the direct deposit? Say no. I want 30% to go to this account. She'll never see the money.
Time.
Thank you, Keatot.
So so let me get to these comments real quick. So Cliff says I know some guys that let their wives see their paychecks before they see. A lot of men are like that because they're still being like grandpa. That's something grandpa used to do.
Grandpa just wanted the money back so he can go gambling.
So One Love says says receipts, factual evidence will help. But the law still is in place. The judge will rule by the laws of the lands. And I guess that's to my response about what can they do to recoup some of that money. So again, I mean, he's just asked out. But again, I applauded the brother that, you know, he's financially set off like that she could take 22 grand from him. But I'm just saying, like, my sole issue is the fact that, and we don't ever address it enough because women like to say that men do it. They are plotting their escape while they're in their current situation
all the time.
So they're getting married. They're getting married already, trying to plot their next move. But they always say that we do it.
If you don't think that all women do that, if you don't think that all women are not thinking about worst case scenario and protecting themselves, you are insane. And men have to start waking up and doing the same exact thing, married or not. I'm sorry, married or not.
Ain't nothing to be sorry about. And get them prenup signed if you got money. If you have
money, exactly. If you don't have money, shit, prenup, fuck it.
Right. I was gonna say if you have money, you're supporting not just you, but everyone that works for you, everyone that works with you. Your money keeps other families afloat. You can't afford to let some hussy come, you can't afford to let some woman come through that was trying to destroy your legacy and take half of that. Now you're screwing everybody over. You need to be responsible and protect your money. And One Love, I don't know who you are, but props to your husband for picking a real one.
See, right, let me say something real quick. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's ways to protect yourself. So that's why I'm not like crazy about what she's feeling. I'm only having issue with that she did it. But you know, I think in general that, you know, every relationship should have like a joint account, and then one account for the husband and another account for the wife. Because I would rather. It's my turn to talk. I would rather, you know, have my wife just like leave as opposed to being miserable with me, because that's gonna make me upset either way. So that's the way I see it.
You would rather, but that ain't how it works. Like they say, every relationship that breaks up, it was breaking up half the exact half of the time that it was together. She's been plotting. She already got a dude that's dropping 9 inches of drum in her panties when you at work. She already planning on leaving. She just waiting for the money to be right.
Well, she don't sign the prenup. That tells me who I'm dealing with. That's what I feel.
That's why you got to get that prenup signed. So everybody who's listening, go look at Steven Jackson's Almost Marriage. When he wouldn't get married to the woman, he gave her a prenup, and she waited till the night of the wedding and wouldn't sign the prenup. And go see how he handled it. That's what y'all need to do. Man up. Go ahead.
I want to read this comment from One Love. It says, I try to run a credit check once a year, not because I don't trust them. It's my job to do so and make sure both of our credit share. I don't know about that one. Like, hold on. The fact that she said not because she don't trust them, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, right. Get at all that.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, I'm not mad at her. I'm not here telling women to bow down and not do whatever. If you feel like you're in danger, I respect the hustle. I'm not slow. But so if she's checking the credit, cool. If he does something underhanded, she should know about it. If he's not doing anything underhanded, then the credit check means nothing. I'm telling he need to do the same thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Stop being asleep at the wheel. Stop being asleep at the wheel, man. That's all. Go ahead, Kevin. My bad. Go ahead.
Don't listen to Kevin. He cut me off like 4 times.
I don't get no flames. I don't get no explosion.
Hold on. You get the last word on this, Kev. We already done went over the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you good. That's all I had to say.
No, but Cliff talking about different accounts means we're sleeping in different bedrooms. But Kev, like you young man, and you like to talk about you like to think that marriage is the end all be all of making people act right. But I'm hoping that these things, and I'm pro marriage, by the way. I am married, been married for 11 years, but I mean 10 years. But I want you to see that it's more than just the wedding. It's more than just the wedding. And Shaka's giving you flames, by the way. It's more than just the wedding, man. You gotta be with the right person, man. That's what it means by being equally yoked, man. We're not talking about, I believe in God the same way you believe in God. No, man, y'all mindset had to be on the same paths, man, because you can't be with a woman that all she want to do is spend, and you have a saver's mindset. That'll never work. You know what I mean? So that's the type of stuff. Marriage could be great if you luck up and get a real one. Unfortunately, a lot of men don't. So but as we had this conversation, there's a video that popped up that I did want to play. It wasn't in the thing for this week, but I think is right on time for this one. So let me get this young lady up. Yeah, because this young lady, she put it like and I think Wayne and Mike will definitely agree with her. This one, not necessarily to review it. I just want you guys just to hear what she has to say, because this was a video that I did have in my thing.
Why is it when men leave their family because they say they're no longer happy with their wives, they're vilified? They're spawn of Satan. They're the worst scum of the earth. How dare he? Took her for her good years. But when a woman leaves because she says, you know what, I'm just not happy anymore. I woke up and I realized I just didn't feel the same anymore. She gets to leave and we say, go sis, you got to do what's best for you and your mental health and your well-being. And if it's not serving you, then you don't need it. Why is it when men leave their family?
So that's just kind of to the thing that what we were saying. All right, so I got the notification that SVDL they are going live in 30 minutes. But it's fine because I only got one more video to play. But yeah, so just real quick, I'm assuming you guys agree with what she's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I remember. See, Kevin don't understand that the same rules apply for men doesn't apply for women, and that's the culture. That's been the culture. That's why you're getting all the pushback now. The double standards. Yes, exactly, Moon God. It's the double standards, and men are pushing back on it. That's all, and that's what all this stuff is all about. This platform, all that is men pushing back against these old narratives. Women still want men to be traditional, while they can be, they can be whatever they want to be, but we got to stay traditional. No, screw all that. But they can protect themselves financially, but we can't protect ourselves.
You breaking up, Wayne?
Oh, my bad. I say it's double standards. They want to protect themselves, but men shouldn't protect themselves financially, physically, all that, with their health, mental health. Men are not supposed to protect themselves. That's the way the culture has been, but it's changing. That's all this is all about. Men are changing that narrative all the way around. That's it. All I'm saying is protect yourself, men. Whether you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship, protect yourself financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Protect yourself. If you don't, you listen, like she said, that lady just said, oh, this was my person in the beginning, this and that. And women get bored. Women change emotionally. Some women change. Just like you, again, so many men say, man, my woman was this freak when I met her. Now I could barely get her to, dance for me behind closed doors or whatever. They change. Women change. I'm telling you, some of them don't, but a lot of times they change. I don't know what it is. Some of them get bored. Some of them are not satisfied. It's not enough. And social media makes it worse because they're chasing that next high. I don't know if y'all seen that one where this lady talks about the woman going to each floor for different men, and she wants to go higher and higher and higher till she gets to the top floor, and there's no men up there. Some women are never satisfied at all. And you got to protect yourself from their emotions, their erratic behavior. You got to protect yourself. And if you don't, you're going to end up like these men that Trevor been posting. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't love them. I'm not saying don't protect them. I'm not saying if you got a good woman in your corner, you guys don't do everything to make your relationship flourish. I'm just saying protect yourself. Men need to start moving different. And they are.
I'm gonna let Mike go.
Mike, you there?
I'm sorry. I'm having a debate with somebody here about what we're talking about. My apologies. I think the gentleman said it best. Like, go Wayne and never go Kevin, because Kevin sucks. But but yeah, it's the biggest double standard in the world. It's like it's back to the accountability thing. Women, it's never a woman's fault. Because they say, I think it's 70% of divorces are started by women, but it's never them who break up a happy home, it's him. It's the guy who, I wasn't happy. Well, guess what? Happiness is a two-way street. I can't make you happy. I can only do things that will lead you toward happiness, but you got to want to be happy. Just like a great comedian said, who I won't name because a certain moon goddess told me I always bring up comedians, whatever. Like, hey, go make up another bedroom. I'll live in there till you love me again. We ain't got to worry about it. We could be roommates until you stop being mad at me. That don't mean I'm going nowhere. That's how it's supposed to be. Marriage means marriage. But hey, if it gets to the point where it's toxic and you got to go, accept your accountability. You messed up. No one person has ever messed up a relationship. No one person. That don't exist. It don't exist, because everything that he did or that she did, guess what? You allowed. Everything they did, you allowed. I had so many chances to leave. I didn't. We were together almost 9 years. I should have left after 3. And then I told her the best thing I said when we finally got divorced. I said, yo, we have to break up, because if I don't leave now, we're never going to be able to be friends. I'm going to hate you. And she didn't get it at the time. Now she gets it. Now we're cool. Now we talk to each other like it's back in 99 or something. We'd be like, oh, I ain't know her in 99. We talk to each other like it's 2003. She called me like, yo, I ain't like this. I saw this and this was crazy. I'm like, oh, that's nuts. Da, 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 da. Because now she has caught up to me emotionally, and I've gotten to a point where I realize my fault, that I'm not always right, because people think I think I'm always right. I've gotten to the point, shut up, woman. I've gotten to the point where I'm done talking to you. I've gotten to the point where I've realized that being right isn't always the point. I'm usually right 98% of the time, but being right is not always the point. You can be right and lose the war. That's something I had to learn. So I have to, guess what? That means part of it was my fault. And like the great Lynn Toller said, as a man, you lead. You have to lead. So if it wasn't me standing up and I was taking what she was giving the wrong way, that's on me. You have to take your accountability. That's why I tell every man, any woman you're thinking of dating, ask them what was the problem in their last relationship. If she says everything about the dude and nothing about herself, go home. That ain't the woman for you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, I gotta agree. You gotta protect your peace. You gotta protect your peace, your mindset, definitely your pockets, your money. I don't know. The way I see it is, and the reason it sounds like I be caping is because I feel like relationships are simple. Like, as long as you, I feel like if you're being yourself, I'm talking to men, by the way, as long as you're being yourself, as long as you are like making sure people respect you, I think you'll have like great relationships. And, when you meet people that don't really vibe with you, I say just leave them alone, and that's the way I see with relationships. Like I know when it comes to guys, and I tell them like, yo, if you want to smash a chick, you just tell her up front. Of course, you don't just do it like, raunchy and stuff like that. But like literally, if you want a girl, you walk up there, you talk to her, you tell her what you want. If she says yes, cool. If she says no, cool. You move on to the next person. And I kind of see that with, like marriage, because like you'll find somebody who's crazy about you, and maybe if you do drive them crazy, they'll stick with you in the long run. Maybe not, but But yeah, as long as you have enough self-love to make sure you don't get taken advantage of, I think, your relationships will work out, even if it's like in the bad periods of time. Lord knows my ex was like, Lord knows if I was like up front and like I didn't tolerate the stuff I did with my ex, we probably would have been together. I don't think she would have been a good wife, but we definitely would have been together. Especially since she did a lot of the chasing. But yeah, I can't really say I can keep on this episode.
All right, well, yeah, you could take your cape off. So I was gonna play 2 more videos, but like I said, SVDL, the championship is about to start at 8. But I do want to get into this. I do want to get into this thing because this is like weird, and I got my thoughts on it, and I want to hear what you guys say. How familiar are you guys with the Carlee Russell situation?
I am not.
All right, so that's a young lady that found the baby on the side of the road and then was abducted.
That's crazy.
All right, so you guys aren't. All right, so here we go. Because I got my thoughts on this, but I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Hold on.
Welcome in here on Live Now from Fox. The time 7:59 over on the East Coast, and it is 4:59 on the West Coast. I do want to get to some breaking news coming in out of Hoover, Alabama. The 48-hour-long search for Carlee Russell now over after the 25-year-old apparently showed up at her family's home last night. Hoover police providing an update saying Russell has been taken to a hospital as she appeared to be, quote, in shock. The investigation into Russell's disappearance began Thursday night when Hoover police say she called 911 and a family member to report stopping to help a toddler she found wandering along Interstate 459. Her family reports she screamed and the line stayed active, but Russell was no longer there. Police say they found Russell's car and belongings on the side of the interstate and no sign of a child anywhere. Hoover police have not announced a news conference just yet to provide more information, but I do want to play for you just a portion of the news conference they did hold Friday, where they discussed how all of this played out.
On July the 13th at approximately 9:34 p.m., the Hoover 911 Center received a call from a 25-year-old female on I-459 southbound near mile marker 11. She reported that she saw a toddler walking on the side of the interstate. After calling 911, the caller stopped to check on the child and also called a family member to report the same details. The family member lost contact with the caller, but the line remained open. Police officers who were already en route to the location of the initial 911 call located the female's vehicle as well as some of her belongings at the scene. They were unable to find her or a child in the area, and Hoover police have not received any additional calls of someone missing a small child. Carlee got off work around 8:20 p.m. from a business at the Summit in Birmingham. She's also believed to have stopped to pick up food from a business at the Colonnade before driving towards Hoover on I-459, where she stopped near mile marker 11. That location is between the Galleria flyover and exit 10 for Highway 150. A single witness has reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle with a light-complected male standing outside of Carlee's vehicle, but we have no further information on that individual or the vehicle at this time.
So again, that right there is a photo of Carlee Russell. Once again, this breaking news that we are following on a big story that is making the rounds all over news outlets and social media here out of Hoover, Alabama, where the 48-hour...
Okay, so I'm going to stop that right there. But so that's what everybody saw. But I'm going to play another video because at first I was just like, man, this is some crazy stuff. Thank God that she's okay. But listen to this next video that I play for you guys, and then I want you to then we'll have a discussion about it, because this is what I found interesting, and this has kind of changed my perception.
And we are joined now by Eric Guster, a trial attorney and legal analyst
You guys
in
can hear it?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
You say you have some doubts about this story. Some things don't add up. What stands out to you and why?
Well, there are a lot of issues that are occurring in this story. Number one, being from Central Alabama, there has been no BOLO, no be on the lookout for suspects. And the Hoover Police Department has been very, very, very quiet about this. If there is someone who was abducting women on the side of the road, we would have descriptions. We would know who they were. We would know what kind of cars to look for, because all of us who live in the area were really on pins and needles for the whole weekend.
So how do investigators go about tracking her, do you believe, validating or invalidating the story that she told law enforcement?
Well, one of the things that they have is video. Hoover Police Department released video in reference to where her car stopped, because what do people do when they are not very truthful about events? They forget that there's video camera everywhere. When what they're going to do is they're going to track her cell phone, see where she went. They're going to look at, from what I understand, she was at a local motel, and they're going to pull camera footage from there. They will also ask to speak to people who may be persons of interest, people who may have helped her, people who may have seen her, and her friends and family and close people to her, to see exactly what they say occurred if they saw her that weekend.
Can you tell us a little bit about the mood in Birmingham when this story first broke? Were there a lot of people on edge? What was the sense in the community?
Everyone was on edge. I'm married, and I told my wife, don't stop for anyone who's on the side of the road. Just call 911 or call the emergency helpline. I called my family members and other friends. Make sure you don't stop, because everyone was afraid that there were some kidnappers on the loose. But now that she returned home on her own on Saturday night, and there's been nothing from the police department except a statement where they say they stated she called and said that there was a child on the side of the road. However, this I-459, the interstate, is a very, very heavily traveled interstate, and no one else saw what she claimed to see. So it's a lot of mystery behind this, a lot of tension, and people are actually relieved that she's fine, but really want to know what the whole story is.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna set the clock for 15 minutes, but I just want to get this out. I'm gonna set the clock for 15 minutes because it's our last story before I close out. I just want to get this out. When I first heard this and Nene showed it to me, I was like, oh man, I'm glad that she is good. But again, I always like to hear the whole matter. And the attorney said something real interesting. The fact that there was no BOLO for a missing child. The fact that she was spotted at a motel before this. Now, listen, before anybody comes on and say I'm victim shaming and I'm doing this, that is not what I'm doing. Because my first theory, and y'all gonna laugh at me, is that she was abducted by aliens. That was my first theory. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But the more that, because I do believe in aliens, but the more that I hear about this, I'm just like, man, she's at the motel. She's the only one on a busy highway that sees a baby on the side of the road, walking, a toddler that nobody has reported missing. You know, I don't care what you are, you got a baby that's missing, the whole world's going to know about it. Her car is there. Nothing's missing. Nothing was touched. And then we know how this story plays out. We know that these stories don't end well. But the fact that she was dropped off back home, she walked back home, and the family is keeping it tight-lipped. Her boyfriend is saying that she was fighting for her life, but she went to the hospital to be checked out, and the police aren't saying whether there was any visible damage or anything. Something to me just don't seem right. And I'm not victim shaming, and I'm not saying that they lying, but what I am saying is where there's smoke, there's fire. And it would have been better if I just ran with the whole alien thing, but something's just not adding up. So I'm gonna set the timer. We got 15 minutes because I gotta go help judge this debate. So whoever want to take it first.
I don't really know how to feel about this story. But from what information I got so far, sounds like she got cloned, and then the clone couldn't drive, so they got dropped off at the parents' house. Of course, they got to keep it tight-lipped because the government doesn't want you to know about cloning technology yet, but we are gonna have cloned meat soon. I think it's out in the market now, but that's what it sounds like so far.
You serious?
I'm so done with Kevin.
Half serious, half maybe it was like a freaky night, but you know, it's a little complicated to be just a freaky night, you know, with a side.
Hey, don't be shaming Clevin, Mr. Aliens.
So,
well, that's what I'm saying. My alien theory, he's making it sound like it's just a walk in the park now. Talking about she was cloned.
Hey. Oh, no, I believe in all that. But I don't think in alien. I don't think there's aliens. I think it's lizard people, and you know the Earth is like hollow. So maybe she got replaced by one of them. Maybe it's a clone. I don't know. But we are cloning meat now, so I mean, we can put that on the table. I'm dead.
That was hilarious.
I'm dead ass.
We could put it on the table. That was a pun. That was a bar.
Kev, you done?
I'm not joking.
and again, I know y'all might think that we're not making light of the situation, but it's just like I've never seen a case where a child was walking on the side of the road and nobody reported a child being missing.
Sir, I'm gonna come at you, but I want Wayne to go first. I'm gonna come at you by that statement.
So I was sitting up here following this story, and the first thing I told my girl, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, there's a child on the side of the road and nobody else stopped, and she stopped and saw the child. And they say she left behind a wig and a cell phone, this, and so. And then it's interesting that she's married. I think she's married or not, or something like that, or in a relationship. Boyfriend. Okay, the boyfriend. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. They did say she left behind the wig, so they had to point that out. I forgot about it.
Yeah, so yeah, she left the wig behind. She left the phone behind. It could be, for me, I'm thinking, I'm thinking it's some type of mental issue with her, maybe, or yeah, she was doing something she had no business doing. I think it's also weird, like the guy said, because I've been following the story how quiet the police have been about reporting what happened after.
Exactly.
Everybody's asking about privacy. The family's asking for privacy. So I'm thinking that, yeah, this is some mess that she sent everybody on some wild goose chase. And I'm leaning more towards not the aliens or the government. I think the government is a lot more smoother than that, because I mean they know cameras, and this happened like 9 o'clock at night, so this kind of early. I'm thinking more so it was either mental health, some type of mental thing, or I think she was doing something she ain't had no business doing, in my opinion.
All right, check this
out.
Now
hold on, Mike, because we still got 11 minutes, so
go ahead.
I want to attack this though, because Nini's saying if she saw a child, it could have been someone using their own child or a little person as a pawn to get someone to stop, so there would be no child to report missing. Which again, I want to keep stressing the fact that I'm not saying that this is wrong, that she the boyfriend, see, hey Lance, I need you to come by tomorrow. We're gonna be discussing the 12 tribe chart. So Lance is saying the boyfriend said the baby was bait. She could have been raped, and they want it private. Lance, again, I'm not saying that didn't happen, but they report on the wig being in the car. Why didn't she have a wig on? Her cell phone was left behind. She's the only one on a busy highway. I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah. She's the only one on a busy highway that saw the child. That's crazy.
And Wayne said 9 o'clock. See, I'm thinking it was later than that.
No, it was 9 o'clock. Right.
So what? And everybody says that it's a major highway. What major highway don't you know? You can't go on I-95 at 9 o'clock and there's not a million cars flying by. Somebody is going to see this child. So I'm just saying, bro, like and we've seen enough of this, like all the videos that we've been playing tonight. I don't believe half of them. All there are is used to progress the story. I'm thinking that maybe she was spent 48 hours away. She was last spotted at a motel. What is a married woman doing at a motel? Like I'm just saying, bro. Like my thing was the alien.
Red Roof Inn at that. We all know what happened at the Red Roof.
But to leave her wig though?
Oh, she was at the Red. Yeah, look, she was
Yeah,
at the
Red
Red Roof Inn. You taking them if you know. Hey, I'll admit, I started out at humble beginnings. Me and my woman spent some time at some Red Roof Inns. Now we stay at classy 4-star hotels, but it's all good. But when you taking a chick to a Red Roof Inn, you trying to smash, like literally. And Shaka, I agree. We need more info. We just talking. All right, Mike, go ahead and tell me how wrong I am.
I'm not gonna tell you how wrong you are. I'm gonna tell you this. I personally, and if anyone that knows me, they know I'm not a liar. I do not lie. I was living off of US 1. And I think it was Sheridan or Sterling when I worked at the TSA. I was on Dixie Highway and I saw a toddler in a Pamper blue shirt and a pacifier walking down the street. I drove by, I looked, and I was about to get out. And then the Dave Chappelle skit ran through my head. Hey, baby, that one. So I rode around the block and I saw him. And I started beeping at him, and he came up to the car. And I was like, "Where's your mom?" And he was like, and I was like, "Okay." And now I was like, "I got to do something, but I'm not getting out this car. I'm not getting murdered. It ain't happening." So I rode around. I was beeping, and it took about 30 minutes for some woman to walk out. When I told you, get your dumb ass in the house and da-da-da-da-da. Grabbed him. She was at least 2 blocks up the street. Okay. So when I tell you in bad neighborhoods, sometimes babies be outside. That's one. That's on one. Number 2, Nene is correct. They used to use women. They use a woman, send a bad woman across the front of your vehicle. She walk across, ass looking fire. You like, damn. And then the dude come up like buns in belly. Yo, run your car, son. They do that. That happens. I'm not saying it's what happened. I'm saying it's a possibility. But I want this to be my main point. I don't give a damn what she was doing. Okay? I don't care if she was smashing some homie. I don't care if she was doing. Why is it the only time a missing black woman gets the attention is when it's some F stuff? There is hundreds of black girls. There's hundreds of black women and little girls that they do not put this much emphasis on trying to find. Let a white woman go missing. They out there with, we've got to find Charlene. Let the billionaires go missing.
Look at all the money they spent on the submarine hike.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, if you don't stop stepping on my points, look at all the money they spent on billionaires. We can't let them go. They're bastions of society. But let a black girl go missing. Oh, that little niglet probably ran away from home. That's how they care. I don't want to hear none of this. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't give a damn what she did. If she ran some game, cool. Why isn't it that little black girls, you remember the little black girl that got arrested, that got kidnapped and then chewed her way out and found her way out and made her way home, and it was barely on the news that she got kidnapped? Like, that's how they treat them. I don't want to hear none of this. I want my little girls who are actually in danger to get the same amount of information on the news, the same amount of bolos, the same amount of Amber Alerts. I'm tired of seeing white blonde hair. I want to see black girl from Okinawa, whatever, or whatever the hell, whatever county she's in, missing, and we doing everything we can to find her. That's how I freaking feel about this. I don't want to hear whenever it's jokey time on black people, they got all kind of news coverage. When it's jokey, hey, this black guy's fighting. I saw one the other day. This black guy was fighting a raccoon for a mango. Ha ha ha. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't give a damn. Find my black girls that are going missing and being sent to other countries to be in slavery. That taken dude only saves his daughter. He ain't saved the rest of them. I need somebody to be on point for the rest of my little girls. Because if they take my little girl, I promise you, if they take my little girl and I keep going up to the police station and they keep telling me, oh, we don't have nothing for you. We don't have nothing for you. I'm going to have something for them. I'm going to end up in jail. Period, point blank. I digress. Please continue.
I just want everybody to be understand what we're going to talk about. And I'm glad that Mike even went into that, because Next week, let me get it out right now. Next Man Talk Monday will probably be the most serious Man Talk Monday we're doing. We're discussing Straight Talk Sessions. The name of that show is entitled Enough is Enough. Y'all see the thumbnail? Yes, it is very uncomfortable. I want the thumbnail to be uncomfortable because it's time to get these pedophiles. It's time to get these damn creeps out of our community that constantly touch little girls, that constantly traffic black girls. That's why I'm glad that Mike went the hell off. And you see, I didn't stop him because he's exactly right. Whenever black girls go missing, 4 friggin' people on a submarine that decided to spend $250,000 to go expedition to the Titanic, they put every resource in the world on them, but regular, you name little black girl from up the street, the family had to form some type of search party to go find her. So next Monday, Man Talk Monday, if you got any story, you know anybody who's been personally affected by child molestation, anybody victim of trafficking or kidnapping, you have them come on. They do not have to turn their camera on. They don't have to give me their real name. I don't want to know nothing about them. All I want to hear is a story. We got to end this shit, because we come on here and we laugh and joke and we play games, but meanwhile, Uncle Chester is touching little girls and we know about it. And all he has to do is go to church and say that God forgive me for my sins, and all supposed to be okay and all supposed to be accepted, but it's not acceptable. It's not okay. Everybody on this panel has daughters. And God forbid anybody would even look at our daughter wrong. I know what would happen to that person. That person would be unalive. That person will be off this earth. All child molesters, all pedophiles. You deserve the electric chair. And Mr. Straight Talk is not going to be quiet, and I'm not going to stay here while there's people in this goddamn community touching little kids. Man, I'm
give yourself a bomb.
Man, that shit bothers me, man. Like you so right, Mike. Like the amount of little black girls, I was shocked. My wife was watching a movie on Lifetime the other day, and there was a black girl missing and a white girl missing at the same damn time. And they had every fucking body on the state looking for that white girl. And the mom was the only one looking for her daughter. And if I'm not mistaken, the white girl was running the play, so she wasn't even missing. That's what I'm saying, man. Like this, like, bro, like hey, I'm telling y'all, when I said, damn, do I got to cash out my own self? When I said that the Straight Talk Society, like, we don't stand for this bull crap. If I find out that if it's even anything around you that you touch little kids, or you got a shaky path, you better get that shit cleared up real quick, or else I'm done with you. I don't want no dealings with anybody like that. Nobody like that could come over on this side, because if you do, we're going to drag the hell out of you. We're going to shame the hell out of you. And I will raise the F word ban, because we will call you every damn thing in the book. We got no room for that over here. And Lance is saying wasn't nothing stopping black people from looking. Lance, the black people shouldn't have to look on their own. Why can't we get the same resources that they giving the white people? Little white girl goes missing, you got cops from other counties coming over. Black girl go missing, oh, y'all give it, what do you got to give it, 48 hours? Oh, give it 48 hours, and then you report, then you could report a missing persons report, and we'll follow up with you. Keep our card, here's our number, don't do anything crazy. Meanwhile, white boy going to get his shotgun, he going to get a bunch of his homies, and they going to go wreck shop. I'm done, man. I'm done. Sorry that it took that turn, but blame Mike for that one.
Hey man, I feel how I feel.
Listen, next Monday is yeah, Lance, I agree. We don't have those resources. We need to watch our own. We have the best network on the planet. I don't think we have the best network on the planet. You'd have to tell me what that network is, but what I'm saying is how come little black girls. It's crazy. And a lot of it was that debate that I had with Blue, and he was bringing up those trafficking numbers and stuff. What he was trying to put it towards is not what I thought it should have went to, but nevertheless, the numbers that he was bringing up, you couldn't turn your eye, you couldn't bat an eye at it. You couldn't turn a blind eye against it. And then when I went and looked it up, I'm like, holy crap, I'm like, please tell me that black men aren't like the number one leaders of sex trafficking. Please tell me that that's not true. And then I go look up the numbers and boom. So, I mean, what can we do? Like, man, y'all, man. Hey, listen, y'all want to close out, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all Monday, because while I got the audience in here, let's just go do this real quick. Man, this been a fire ass show. Man Talk Monday is back. Man Talk Monday is a staple in the Straight Talk Society. So Man Talk Monday ain't going nowhere. But tomorrow night at 6:05, we have the 12 tribes chart. Is it real or just a hoax? We're going to have the Israelites come on and battle the Christians and tell me why I should believe in this 12 tribes chart. Then Friday, we have the vagina monologues. I still don't know what that means, but it got the word vagina in it, so I'm going to be all good. Then that's a Pour Your Heart Out collab. That's a Pour Your Heart Out presentation. That's Friday at 8:05. So Nene and the girls gonna do their thing. Then next Monday, let me grab this off real quick. But next Monday we have the Straight Talk Sessions. I entitled the show Enough is Enough. That's a Man Talk Monday show. Kev, you got to send me a picture, man, so you can get on the banner. But that's that's a Man Talk Monday show. And we gonna, bro, I want everybody to make sure and share this thumbnail out. If you go on the channel right now, it is there. If you know a survivor, you want anybody that wants to share their story, I give them an open floor. I won't put no timer on them. I won't let anybody come up here and harass them or question them if they don't want to be questioned. We got to get this stuff out because YouTube is a fun place. YouTube is a place that we could come to. We could laugh, we joke, people curse one another out. But when it's time to get serious and talk about real issues, everybody shut up. Well, guess what? These 4 men on the panel ain't shutting up. And if you got an issue with what we're saying, then you exit. You hit that leave room button or leave chat button. You get the hell out of here because we got daughters on this panel. Like we got daughters, we got nieces, we got sisters. You know, and we tired of seeing them missing. The countless amount of girls being trafficked in the sex slavery at a young age, being psychologically destroyed because some young pedophile, some old freak he want to get his rocks off on a little child. So it's time to call them out, call them bastards out. All you bastards that's hiding behind the guise of religion that you think God's going to save you, God. If there is a God that you guys claim, he's going to burn your ass up. You keep doing what you're doing. Y'all hiding under the guise of religion like that somehow makes you different. And then I don't want to hear anybody bring up this mental illness crap either. I'm tired of that. Every time it comes to effect with our little kids is always, oh, they had a mental issue. No, they ain't got no damn mental issue. They're perverts. And they need to be taken care of. I'm a strong proponent for the electric chair to sexual abusers and minors. So miss me with all of that. That's next Monday, Man Talk Monday. And then I have a new venture that I'm doing August 5th at midnight. The Straight Talk After Dark session is live adult conversations. It's going to be, it's going to be exactly what it says. No kids allowed, adult conversations. Going to be a lot of sexual innuendos and things like that. Who knows what crazy people are up on YouTube at midnight. So we'll see who I end up talking to. But it's going to be like if any of you saw The Ladies Man with Leon Phelps, it's kind of going to be like that.
Oh, I got stories.
But I listen, man, I'm sorry that I had to
it needed to be said, sir.
Give yourself a bond, man.
I'm sorry, man, that because like every time it's crazy because every time I look at my daughter, man, I'm just like, damn. When I hear these stories and I'm looking at my little girl, and then when I'm looking at, like, we were at the skating ring last night, and I'm looking at other young girls, and like I had to see these men walking around looking at these girls. I don't know if they looking at them in the way they looking, or if they're looking at them the same way I'm looking. Like, please just cover up. Don't make yourself so noticeable. Like, why is it that when black men be like, man, put some damn clothes on, we know that a creep is going to be a creep, but don't give them a reason to. Don't expose yourself more than you have to. Like, why do we get vilified for that so much? I'm not having that shit, man. I'm not. So any creep, any pedophile, man, listen, man, I'll put you on blast. You better not let me find out that you got any questionable stuff in your past like that. Because that's one thing I don't want you to. We don't get down like that over here, man. We not with the craziness, and there's no place for you over here. So y'all make sure and be here next Monday, man. Like I said, spread the word. If you know anybody who's been a victim, who's not afraid to tell their story, just let them know they got an open panel. They can come on. They could tell their stories. Yeah, Lance. That's what made me stop going to strip clubs. These women 18 to 30 on average, most in their early 20s. But Lance, even those are adults though. What about the little kids though? And I get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying.
Yeah, but what about to be like that?
So
we'll save that for later.
Zay is saying, man, if I was to come on next Monday and speak my mind, you're gonna get banned. Zay, you know how it go down over here, man. That this would be the one show where I lift every restriction. I'll lift every restriction, because at some point we gotta, as black men, because Wayne always says it. Wayne was the first person I heard say this. So I give Wayne much credit for this when we did our show. And shout out to the Straight Talk with Trevor podcast, man. It was a great ride, but like I said, Friday night I had to end it because I'm dedicating so much time to over here on YouTube with the Straight Talk Society. But Wayne did a show with me and we were drinking. I mean, drinks were pouring. And Wayne said something. He was like, Trevor, he said, they always judge us by the worst of us. Yes, like, sir. He said that. He always says that. Y'all hear me say that a lot because I heard it from him. So we know that small percentage of them that's making us look bad, we still need to stand up and we need to do something and show them like, hey, it's black men. We don't play that, man. We standing up for our daughters. You can't take my daughter. You can't grope my wife. You can't do none of that stuff, man. You're going to have some damn self-control. You're going to have some dignity, or else you're going to get your ass kicked. And it's just as simple as that. And it may end up worse for you. Like, I mean, seriously, man, at some point we just gotta put an end. There's certain things that just need to be an end needs to put into it. I don't believe in no gender war crap. We have a communication problem. I think that there's certain things that need to be stamped out of this community. There's certain things that we need to put an end to. And that's one of them. And I know this is a small channel. I'm just a loudmouth that they call me, the loudmouth. I like to talk a bunch of crap, but we're going to use whatever voice we got, whatever platform we got, and we just going to tell it like how it is. It's like One Love is saying, church folks need to keep it real. Yeah, hey, you ain't going to get no preachers talking like this in the pulpit. That's why I'm the ghetto preacher, because they ain't going to talk about this. They ain't going to talk about this in the pulpit. See, now y'all being all wordy in the chat, but listen, man, we gotta what is Cliff saying? Show the clip Sexy Red going to a high school auditorium. Some kids are fat. Cliff, Cliff, you're gonna have to come up and defend yourself, because I know you personally. I know that some stuff you say is just, but you yeah, you're gonna have to come defend yourself, man, for real. So All right, so let me see the last. So Lance says I feel the same way. Why? Which is why it's hard for me to fathom slavery according to the narrative they told us. You're not about to f with mine and think I'm going back to the field after. Yeah, Lance. All I'm gonna say, just show up tomorrow. Lance, I don't think you believe in the chart though, do you? Like based on everything I heard, I don't think you believe in the chart. But anyway, come back tomorrow, man. Even though everything we're gonna do is time, but still. But yeah, fellas, man, I appreciate you guys coming on, rocking out for Man Talk Monday. Look at that, 2.5 hours. Bomb, and we got through what, 5 videos. Look at that.
Yeah, just I like the format.
And had I not went on my rant, we probably would have been at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, and I just got a notification that the debate is about to start. So. Yeah, fellas, I appreciate you guys for coming on, man. Next Monday, we gonna have that conversation, man. We're gonna have that serious. That is going to be an uncomfortable conversation. We definitely gonna have it though. And like I said to you ladies in the chat, anybody that's listening, gonna listen. If you know anybody that's been a victim, any survivors, and they'd like to come on and talk about it, just let them come on, man. They got an open panel. They don't have to turn their mic. They don't have to turn their cameras on. Yeah, so I give them a open forum. So it's just the crowd. Okay. When Zay said he'll come on and get okay, I know it's Zay. Oh yeah. Oh boy, okay. Okay, I get it now. All right, fellas. Appreciate that. One love, man. Appreciate Cliff, Keela, Nene, Ricardo, Zay, one love. Who else am I missing? Shaka. There was a couple of y'all in here tonight. Lance. Yeah, man. Y'all keep spreading the word, man. We only gonna get better. We only gonna get better, and we're only gonna be busting heads more. I mean, tonight was phenomenal, fellas. That's all I can say. Tonight was phenomenal.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, you keep talking about thanks for inviting. Get the hell on, man. You part of the crew. All right, fellas. Peace.
Peace out. All right, y'all.
See ya. Oh, see you, my hater. That was wild.
Oh man. All right, where's my close button? Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is like, hold on.
Much love to the chat, man. Y'all did y'all thing tonight. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Okay, they starting the debate. Look at that. First face I see is me yelling at Rio.
All right, any business, man. I'll be up.
All right, peace, Mike. Oh man. Well, Straight Talk Society. Hope you enjoyed that episode. I know it got kind of touchy at the end, but sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to have these conversations, man. It's too much. The stuff that I've been hearing going on around this YouTube space is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, man. And I for one am not standing for it. I'm not standing for it. I'm not. Yeah, we're not protecting. No, call these bastards out. We're not protecting them. You call these bastards out. You shame them. I mean, because they're taking the innocence of our kids, and it's just ridiculous, man. And with that, don't forget tomorrow at 6:05 we'll be discussing the 12 tribe chart. Any Israelite, any Christian, anybody that wants to defend it or go against it, you're more than welcome to hop by. It is going to be an open panel discussion, but you will be timed also. So with that being said, head on over to SVDL right now. The championship debate, Rio versus Blue, is going on right now. They're just now starting. So I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until tomorrow, peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel.
Nah,
Hey.
nah.
Man, we on here talking all sexy and like, yeah.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.